how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And literally what you just explained there, just because you think, oh, I'm at the gym, it's not my business, it will trickle down.
Exactly.
Your habits create your actions, which creates your results, regardless of whatever you're doing. What would you say is your biggest habit that you had, that you've changed, that has now helped you?
Ooh, that is a very good question.
Something that you used to really struggle with, like, did you used to procrastinate? Doesn't sound like you did. Sound like you were a real hustler, but is there something that you look back on as like, I'm so happy that I changed that habit?
I would definitely say it would be, I would say it was what would you call it? My reaction to certain things. I was always very defensive when I'm told I'm doing wrong. And that was something that I'd say it was a habit that I developed from home. If my mum's like telling me off, I've always got something back to say. Like I've always got something to say. And that habit, I could see it in even my first business. If I've made a decision and there's a different opinion, I'm so quick to defend my decision, or I'm so quick to defend my idea because I believe that this is the right way. Like this is my opinion, this is the correct opinion. And I'd say I'm definitely more open and I listen more to things. So if my mum was to tell me off now, I'll let her speak. I'll let her speak. I'll let her go on.
Yeah.
And I'll take accountability where accountability needs to be taken before I put forward my opinion to the situation. And I think if I didn't do that, I definitely wouldn't be where I am in property.
Yeah.
Now in property, if someone's ahead of me, if someone's older than me, if someone's wiser than me, I will listen to everything you have to say.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to defend the decisions I make. I'll take on board what you said. And then I will make my own decision based on the information you've given me.
Yeah.
And I see it with a lot of other people in the industry as well, to be fair. Even people that come in and they will do something, they have a strategy. And I look at that project, I was like, why did you do that? Or why do you think that they're so quick to defend their decision? And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll leave you to it.
Do you think that comes down to pride?
Yes. Pride. Yes, I guess it's pride. And I guess it's just the mindset of, it's a fixed mindset of thinking that you're always right. You think that because you've learned something a certain way, that's how it's meant to be. Yeah, definitely maybe pride, ego, lack of maturity. Because that's something I was like as a teenager.
Yeah.
My mum tried to tell me something, I'm not listening. Like I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I am fighting my argument. I am arguing back strong. I'm firm on this is how I say I'm going to do it. This is how I say I'm going to live my life in this way. This is what I'm going to do. You're not changing my mind. And you see people, certain strategies, I'm like, maybe tweak it, maybe do this, maybe do that. They're like, no, I'm doing this because of this. I'm doing this because of that. I'm doing this because of this. All right, cool.
I think they attach their feeling too much to it. They attach their feeling to an outcome.
That's actually a really good point.
Because when you're invested in something and you're, prime example, property. Yeah. They say, what's the saying? Don't invest with your feelings. Invest with numbers, something along those lines.
Don't be emotionally attached to deals. Yeah.
It's the same thing with an outcome or a habit.
Exactly. No, you're right.
If someone's above you, I will always respect what they have to say.
Exactly.
Evans actually said this on the podcast. He was like, that's the person being ignorant.
Yeah.
Because if someone gives you a blueprint or tells you something and they're above you and they're saying do X, Y, and Z and you're not listening to them, that's you being ignorant.
Yeah.
Which is a form of immaturity.
Yeah.
It's a form of pride. If you just step away, take your emotions out of it, hear what the other person has to say.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's definitely an emotion-led, making decisions based on your emotions. That is definitely the thing. Emotions, not facts, not for what it actually is. It's just heightened emotions. You're so emotionally attached to this design. If I'm giving my opinion on the design, you're going to defend design because you become emotionally attached to it. When really and truly, it's not the best design. It's not the best configuration, and it's not going to get you the best results.
And do you experience suffer with that when dealing with all your stakeholders?
No, I don't.
No?
I don't personally. I think my stakeholders are great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very open to different opinions because I will kick myself in the face if something doesn't go to plan and someone turns around and say, I told you so. That is like my worst feeling. It was like, oh, why didn't I just listen to that person?
Yeah.
Unless I'm super sure, unless I had a gut feeling and I decided not to go for it because of my gut feeling, that's fine. But if it was mainly just me just not taking in consideration what they said, that will burn me. That will hurt more than anything. Someone being able to turn around and say, oh, I told you.
Yeah, I told you so.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a point in your journey where you've experienced something and thought, nah, I can't do this, I don't want to do this anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, there has been, but I've not gone through with it. There has been moments where it's like, oh, this is long. I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. I have it all the time. But not to say I'm going to stop. I will stop within reason. I think also it's a good skill to have to know when to stop.
Yeah.
I don't think I've reached this stage where I have to stop because this is just not working out and there's more bad than good coming out of a situation. Because sometimes it's like, you're doing more damage here, just stop and maybe pack it in now before it gets worse. And I think in property especially, you kind of need to know when to do that as well, because there's a lot at stake, isn't it? There's big risks. So if you are going through something, if you are going through a deal and it's proven a lot more challenging than it is, sometimes it's better to just take the sunken costs, which may be your solicitor fees, broker fees, or any reservation fees, than to go through the whole project and take a massive hit on the back end. It's like, right, just stop here.
Yeah.
And you've learned something. You now have been able to identify a new problem, which you won't have to pay the cost in the future. Like, you just call it a day, say, yeah, this is the cost of my lessons today. I just paid £2,000 for a course to tell me not to buy this type of properties the hard way.
Yeah. Have you had a lot of mentors?
Yes, I have.
Not in property specific situations, but have you had like life mentors and stuff? Or
yes. So I would say growing up, I didn't have many mentors or mentor figures in my life that I could have open conversations who I aspired to be like, right? And I recognized that quite early on. So when I got to first year of uni, I remember being on LinkedIn and just messaging. I wanted to be in like consultancy space at the time, and I would just reach out to so many different people. And it's funny because there's people in the property industry that when I look at DMs now, if I scroll all the way to the top, it's me in uni as a uni student just reaching out, trying to get some sort of mentorship, or just random people on LinkedIn within the corporate space that I tried to get mentorship off. And then there was someone, even big shout out to Alston Owens. I would say he was my first formal mentor whilst I was at uni, not in the property industry. He was just in a corporate space. And I connected with LinkedIn, told him my story, met up with him in Birmingham a few times. And I just looked up to him. It was just a role model I had. He was a young black father figure, had kids, married, was a Christian. And I just looked at him, and I used to have loads of open and honest conversations. And he understood where I was coming from. He grew up in Birmingham. he loved music, he loved fitness, and we can just always just talk. And that was very important for me to have at the time, because it always gave me a different perspective to life. And I used to always think about what life looks like after all of this is done. After uni's done, what does life look like? So I used to always look for mentors ahead of me. I've got quite a few in my life, to be fair, I would say now.
And what would you say is the biggest like sort of lesson that you've taken from a mentor? Something that they've said to you and you thought, shit, that's really stuck with me.
I think what initially comes to mind is you can't pour from an empty glass. That was like one of my first mentors. He told me that, and that stuck with me for a long time, because when I started moving forward in life, and my whole aim was at the beginning was I just want to give back as much as possible, which I do.
Yeah.
But I think I was doing that from a point of, because I had my own tuition business. I loved helping people. I loved teaching people. But then I was doing it at the detriment of my own growth, where I'm spending so much time trying to help someone else, where I should be spending time maybe training or learning a new skill. But with the limited skills I have now, I'm trying to help someone else. And then he was like, you can't pour from an empty glass. Like, you need to also be going out, expose yourself to new things so that you can help more people and teach more people things.
Would you say value is part of that cup? Like adding value?
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Because it's fulfilling to be able to add value to people's lives and add value to yourself so that you can add value to others more effectively. So yeah, that's been one of my biggest lessons. And now I feel like I'm even more in a position to give back and help other people. It's just finding the balance, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is.
Because you don't want to just be chasing a goal and not give back and forget that your whole thing was to give back and your whole thing was to support other people, support your family.
Yeah.
You just need to kind of stay grounded and be like, this is the goal. I'm doing this to help you, sort of thing.
Yeah.